Hello, I'm Dr. Satish Kumar Kashid, Professor in Civil Engineering, Walchand Institute of Technology, Solapur. I'm presenting a topic types of spillway gates. Of course, types of dam spillway gates. Learning outcomes of this session. At the end of this session, students will be able to list different types of dam spillway gates and they will be able to state the working principles and discharge characteristics of different spillway gates. Now, we can observe this is a typical river. Across a river, a dam is constructed. Due to construction of dam, a reservoir is formed. Excess water from the reservoir is now spilling over a spillway, and here there are the spillway gates. A purpose of spillway. Spillway is meant for disposing surplus water. It is a very important safety measure against overtopping of the dam, and thus spillway also acts as a safety wall of a dam. We can classify the spillways depending upon the provision of gates as ungated spillway and gated spillway. An ungated spillway does not have any mechanism to regulate the discharge. It starts functioning as soon as the water level in the reservoir crosses the maximum conservation level. It means as soon as the spillway crest level is crossed by water, ungated spillways are economical and they are adopted in case of minor and medium dams, but not adopted with the major dams, as the discharge cannot be moderated over the ungated spillway. Now we will start discussions with gated spillways. Now let us have a brief information of gated or controlled spillways. A gated spillway has a mechanical structure to control the water. This spillway design allows nearly full height of the dam to be used for water storage year round. What it means? That water is not only stored up to crest level of a dam, but at the fag end of monsoon one can store water even up to top of this gate. So this storage is available only due to the provision of gate. This advantage is not available in case of ungated spillways. Flood water can be released as required by opening one or more gates as required. If spillway is gated, the discharge queue is controlled by the gate opening and the water level behind the gate. It means the water level behind the gate and when gate is lifted, the opening between the gate and crest, that will decide the discharge. Spillway crest gates. So spillway crest gates are barriers installed over a permanent raised crest of a spillway. Height of permanent crest can be reduced and balance provided by the spillway crest gates. The gates will be opened during heavy flood so as to provide more head and hence larger discharge for lesser rise in flood levels upstream can be allowed. Now we can see the cross section of a typical spillway. If we find here, so this much depth of water is stored against the spillway gate. So when gate is closed, we can store water up the top of gate, but when we want to discharge, this full depth is available for discharge, and that's why reservoir can be emptied in lesser time. That is the advantage. Types of spillway gates: manually operated dropping shutters, vertical lift gates, tenter gates, drum gates, sluice gates. These are the major types. Firstly, we will discuss the dropping shutters or permanent flashboards. What are these? So these are the permanent flashboards. So dropping shutters or permanent flashboards are the wooden panels 1 to 1.25 meter height, hinged at the bottom and supported by struts. So if you can see here, so you can see here, this is a hinge, this is a shutter, this is a strut, and this is a weir crest. Shutters are raised or lower from overhead cableway or bridge in case of bigger dams. Shutters fall flat on the crest. It is in this way, shutter fall flat on the crest whenever we want to allow the discharge. However, these are not suitable for curved crests. Vertical lift gates or rectangular gates. So these are the vertical lift gates or called as rectangular gates. These are the piers and these are the slots in which the gates move. So, vertical lift gates or rectangular gates are spanning horizontally between the grooves in supporting spillway piers. In between supporting spillway piers, these gates span horizontally. Grooves are lined with rolled steel channel sections. Grooves lined with rolled steel channel sections. Hoisting mechanism is provided to lift and lower the gates. Hoisting mechanism is provided here to lift and release the gates. A train of rollers is provided between gates and downstream face of the guide to reduce friction. Rubber seals are used to seal the opening between upstream lift plate and the sides of pier grooves. This is another picture of the vertical lift gates. So we find the hoisting mechanism here, and these are the vertical lift gates, and this is the supporting structure for that. A vertical lift gate for a dam spillway one can see. So this is the top of dam. This is a vertical lift gate. It is provided with wheels to reduce the friction, and this is a groove for the gate movement. Here there is a rope, drum and hoist mechanism to lift the gates. Vertical lift gate can also be provided for the penstocks. Now the third important type is radial gates or tenter gates. Firstly, I will show you the picture. So these are the radial gates or tenter gates. These are the piers. These are the piers. This is a spillway, Ogi spillway, and this is a gate provided. If you see the steel structure which is supporting here, it comes to a trunnion. So this is a trunnion. This trunnion is anchored into the pier walls. So this has a curved shape in form of a sector of a circle, and the pins are anchored in the downstream portion of spillway piers. So this is a trunnion. It is anchored in the downstream portion of the spillway piers. Hoisting cables are attached to gates and lead to winches on the hoisting platform. So hoisting platform is above the top of dam. Here it is not seen in the picture, but cables are there reaching up to the hoisting mechanism. Entire water thrust passes through pins and creates no moment against lifting gates. So this is a speciality. So this is a curved surface, and this curved surface transfers the force which is normal to the curved surface of gates directly to the trunnion, and that's why you will find that it creates no moment against lifting the gates, and hence it needs a smaller lifting force as compared to vertical lift gates. So this is a radial gate with a rope, drum, hoisting mechanism. This is a cross section of a dam. So this is spillway crest. This is a radial gate. So this is the flow. This is upstream. This is the downstream. The gate can be lifted up. This is a bridge. This is a hoisting mechanism, and then the water passes over this. This gate can be literally lifted fully so that all discharge can pass over spillway without any obstruction. Water is released from underside of the gate in this way. Now, drum gates. What are drum gates? Now just see here. These are the drum gates releasing water. This is a hollow inside the crest which accepts the total gate bodily. So when gate is fully opened, the gate will occupy a place here which will match with the crest. So gate will be occupied here. So this is a speciality of the USPR drum gate. So if you see here, this is the Hoover Dam, and this is a typical drum gate. This is a typical drum gate, and what is flowing over this gate. The discharge capacity of spillway at Hoover Dam is about 11,000 cubic meter per second. Now there is a special mechanism which makes lifting of the drum gates much easier. You will find that here this is a reservoir, here there is a valve. It allows water into the float chamber. So this is the float chamber, raising the drum and crest high. The drum gate consists of a closed segment of cylinder which may be raised above spillway crest or lowered into recess made into the top spillway, made into the top of spillway. USBR gates are completely enclosed and hinged at the upstream end, as I have shown you just now. The band pressure due to head water pressure underneath the drum aids in lifting of the gates. These types of gates are useful for spans of order 40 meter and height up to 10 meter. However, it needs a large recess, and such types of gates are not useful for smaller spillways. It means I was telling you about this large recess which is necessary. So, this is the drawback. Sluice gates. Now, what is sluice? This is the opening in a lower level of a dam, and you can imagine that this is a gate which is controlling the discharge through this particular sluice. So, you will find this is a spillway of Three Gorges Dam, and it is using this sluice. The advantage of the sluice type of spillway is such that the water from the lower levels is given a way out, which also includes lot of sediments. So, a sluice is a water channel which controls the water through gate. A sluice gate is a traditionally metal barrier sliding in grooves that are set in the sides of a waterway. Sluice gates commonly control water levels and flow rates in the rivers and canals. Usually, a mechanism drives the sluice up or down. This may be chain pulled mechanism or chain load mechanism, worm drive or rack and pinion drive, or it may be electrically or hydraulically powered mechanism also. So, the gate can be operated by different mechanisms depending upon a particular design. Let us have some questions. In a fixed roller of spillway gate, rollers are attached to the gate, groove gate, either gate or groove gate, or guide grooves. Answer is gate. Next question. The spillway gate, which when lowered cannot be seen from the distance, is of type number 1 sliding gate, roller gate, tenter gate, USBR drum gate. Answer is USBR drum gate. These are the references which are used. Thank you all of you.